Thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. What's up you guys, it's Katie, welcome back to Still the Spotlight. Today we are doing part 2 to dressing like your favorite anime characters, and thank you so much for all the requests last time. I tried to compile some of the most popular responses which actually correlated with the most achievable looks that I could create with my own wardrobe. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one, and just like last time, keep in mind these are inspired by, they're not cosplay recreations, and for the most part they're pretty wearable except maybe one, but just because I consider them wearable, I understand that everyone's comfort zones are going to be different, so definitely able to tweak them where necessary. Oh, also, last disclaimer before we get into it, I mispronounce pretty much everything, so that's always fun too. I want to start out with an absolute classic, which is Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Neon Genesis Evangelion. Wow.
One of the most iconic looks to come out of it would have to be Asuka's all red outfit, and I don't know if I'm just really slow, but is that where Britney Spears got her inspo from for Oops, I Did It Again? Is Britney Spears secretly a weeb?
No.
But I was not about to show up in a PVC catsuit, so instead we are taking inspo from Misato. Personally, I think she serves some looks, and they're actually really easy to take wearable inspo from as well. The key is obviously going to be in that jacket, red, cropped, and in some sort of leather, PVC, vinyl texture. And then from there, you can actually work backwards and take your pick of what outfit base you're vibing with the most. For me, I just wanted to go with what I consider to be the most memorable. This is definitely the look that most of her figurines are based on, and it's just going with a little black dress underneath. It does have some white trim around the collar. I'd say I'm probably known for over accessorizing, so I was feeling a little bit bland and decided to throw on a red beret, which she is spotted in, but then also threw on a necklace. This one actually has a gun charm on it, so I felt like it was staying quite on brand for her. This outfit turned out super wearable, the sort of thing I would put together even if I had no prior knowledge to the character of Misato. But if you happen to encounter someone who has seen the anime, I feel like they'd definitely give you a little head nod and know what's up. Y'all know I had to include another JoJo's character, and I really wanted to do something based on Rohan because I just love his color combination so much, but last time around, I was a little bit too ambitious and I didn't want to make the same mistake. So I scaled it back, and today we're taking inspo from part 3, Jotaro. This is a lot less of a flamboyant ensemble compared to a lot of JoJo's characters, but then when you consider it's supposed to be like a remodified school uniform, all of a sudden it's feeling extra again. So honestly, just whatever pants and coat combo works for you. It could be black jeans and a long line blazer, dress pants and a wool coat, or for me, I just felt as though there was some form of texture to Jotaro's, even though if it is a school uniform, there's no way it would actually be a faux leather, but hey, that's what I'm going for. Of course, just accessorize with any gold chains you deem necessary, and for my shirt underneath, I tried to opt for a similar like light khaki sort of shade. Turning to Sailor Moon again for some more retro inspired looks, their use of color in the girls' everyday sort of outfits is just so good. I think last time there were a couple of comments requesting a dedicated Sailor Moon video, so do let me know if that's something you'd be interested in, or if there's another anime or cartoon that you might want to see a full video on. I already know the top response is probably going to be Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I feel you, that is my favorite show. Zuko is my all-time favorite character of anything ever.
But anyway, I'm good now. I mean, I thought I was good before, but now I realize I was bad.
But the outfits, I don't know, it would definitely be a challenge. But back to the outfit at hand, we are taking inspiration from Usagi herself today with this little number. This was just one of the easiest ones for me to recreate because I knew I already had all the pieces in my wardrobe. The only things you really need for this look are a pink sweater and black skirt. Ideally hers is more in a circle or skater skirt silhouette, but I'm just using this pleated option I had. I felt as though it was still in the same realm as something she would usually wear. I especially love this sock and shoe combo though, and these are one of my favorite pairs of shoes I own, but I rarely ever wear them because I just can't can't figure out how to style them, but I think turning to anime for some outfit ideas is definitely a good option, so hopefully I'll get to wear these more often now. For jewelry, I just added a couple of my own because I felt a little bit bare, but you can throw on a red bag to spice things up as well because she is spotted with that in a couple of scenes. It me, but in a surf costume, to talk to you about today's video sponsor, which is Surfshark. Surfshark is an award-winning VPN, aka a virtual private network, and there is a ton of reasons they're awesome, but you guys know my biggest use is access to more Netflix libraries. If you guys didn't know, depending on your location, what you see on your Netflix can be completely different to someone else. So for example, I'm based in Australia, but if I use Surfshark to change my location settings to the US, then all of a sudden I have access to a ton more content, including Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, and a bunch more. It does work both ways though, so if you're in the US, you can switch your settings over to Australia, and then you'll get to watch my favorite anime film, Your Name. Also, if you are from the US and love yourself a good K-drama, then definitely keep your location set to Australia because we have way more than y'all. Obviously a terrific benefit for us homebodies who like to laze at home and binge watch, but there's definitely a lot more to it than that. And next week I actually set off on an overseas trip for a month, and this is really gonna come in handy because it just means that I won't be worried about if I'm using sketchy public Wi-Fi, because Surfshark actually ensure your privacy and safety online by protecting all your personal information. Plus, since Surfshark is actually the only VPN that offers unlimited devices under just one account, it means that me and my boyfriend will both be covered. If you are interested, you can use my code SPOTLIGHT for 83% off plus 1 extra month for free. And since Surfshark does offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, then you can try it risk-free for yourself via the links down below. Okay, moving on to probably one of the most popular animes in recent memory, Attack on Titan. And I say that because I know people who aren't anime watchers at all, but for some reason have seen this. You may have actually noticed a little Levi in the background here, which by the way, I got new shelves since last time. How we feeling?
Are you a weeaboo or are you a Koreaboo?
I must say, for a side-by-side comparison, this outfit is the least similar thus far, but I do think it still embodies the same sort of theme and also a similar color palette, just flipped around a little bit. In the show, the pants are typically ivory with a lot of brown accessories kind of hanging off, and also the long boots as well. Obviously, mine are a little bit different, but when I saw these online, they were instantly screaming Attack on Titan to me, and although they are different, I feel like this is a lazy anime fan's best friend because you don't have to worry about adding on all the little bells and whistles. It's practically all done for you. Like I said, I did buy these online and I thought it looked like more of a tan color, similar to that of my jacket, but when I got them, they had this more green khaki tint to them, but I feel like that's okay since I don't actually have the cape. So this is a way to bring that green into the look somehow without the addition of that. For the top half, I tucked in a white button-up shirt. Honestly, these make me feel a little bit uncomfortable, so if I was wearing this for my own personal use, I'd just switch it out for a plain white tee instead and still layer the harness over the top. I know harnesses might not be super wearable for everyone, but they are actually one of my most worn accessories. They are a great outfit topper once you get used to them. Once I put the crop jacket over top, I started feeling more myself again because it almost dresses the look down a little bit. Another character I got a ton of requests for was Robin from One Piece. And when I was first kind of getting back into anime after the initial me watching Sailor Moon as a kid, I feel like there was a lot of talk about like the big three against each other at the time being One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto, but clearly One Piece is the fan favorite out of them. Personally, I have a soft spot for Naruto. I don't know what that says about my taste. But I was definitely super keen to take inspiration from Robin. She has quite a number of looks, and today I'm sort of taking bits and pieces and putting my own spin on things, but the main outfit I am citing as reference is one that she actually just wore in the One Piece Stampede movie, which came out last year. It consists of a light lilac purple mini dress and then a darker purple throw over. It is kind of hard to gauge texture when it comes to animated shows, but I do believe hers is a much thinner, flowy sort of fabric, whereas I've gone for this faux leather, and I feel like that's kind of taking inspiration from some of her previous looks. Generally though, I would say if you have any purple items in your closet, I would just start playing around with different combinations and see what you can come up with, because Robin definitely wears a lot of purple throughout the series. I believe she had matching lilac boots, which unfortunately I do not own. I could have opted just for normal white boots, but decided to go for these cowboy ones instead. If you follow me over on Instagram, you know I live in these, and obviously Robin is often spotted in her cowboy hat, so I felt like this brought a little bit of that yeehaw vibe into the look. One of my faves that I really wanted to include last time as well is Hunter x Hunter, and I know a lot of you guys must love it too because there were a ton of requests for it, specifically a lot for Killua, and totally understandable, probably my favorite character of the show too, but although he has some very sick outfits, I feel like they are pretty simple and easy to recreate on your own, and I wanted to challenge myself a little bit more, so I decided to go for Hisoka instead. Hisoka has an insane look, another one of my favorite characters of the series, and obviously is very inspired by the Joker. Not the Batman version, but like the actual playing card. It is a shame that I don't have a top which incorporates more of the suits, but obviously mine just centers around the hearts. But I do think the layering of the tops definitely captures a similar essence to his, and also just the color combination in general. Of course, we're not aiming to look like some crazy, creepy clown, so I am trying to downplay it a little bit, and this top half is something I would wear in an instant. I absolutely love how it turned out, but also for me personally, I'm not a big fan of fitted jeans or white jeans. So if I was to wear this out, I would just switch it out for a pair of trousers I was more comfortable in. They would probably be black, but obviously white would be more similar to his original look. I broke out the same pink sock and black shoe combo as you saw earlier, but again, I do think that that would just look a little bit more natural with black pants instead. What really gives it away in the end though is that I added his star and tear to my cheeks, and you might be thinking, how on earth is that keeping it wearable? But hello and welcome to the world of e-girl, where anything goes when it comes to cute makeup, so I felt like this wasn't too much of a stretch.
Hisoka is also seen with his hair down a couple of times, making him more sexy than usual.
One anime that has been recommended to me a ton over the last few weeks is Nanda, and I just started watching it, so I've only seen the first 5 episodes, and I think there's like 40 something, so please, no spoilers. I do know that it is quite emotional though, and honestly, not sure if I'm quite mentally prepared for it yet, but hopefully we will get through it okay. I am already getting some cool outfit ideas from Nana Osaki, but since I am only a few episodes in, I decided to search to spark some more inspo. In general, it has kind of a soft punk theme to it. Obviously, she's a rock star, and I do believe I saw that her relationship is somewhat based off Sid and Nancy, so very that. Through my Pinterest scrolling, I noticed that there has actually been a live action adaptation at some point, so my outfit is actually quite similar to that, with the faux fur cheetah print coat, the red plaid skirt, and then just a washed out band tee. Mine is obviously a Harley Tee though. The fishnets are just the icing on top, and my lace up boots as well. I swear these will forever and always be my greatest thrift find ever, for $10. If Nana's style is already similar to your own personal style, then this would definitely be considered quite wearable, but the clashing prints might not be for everyone, especially someone who's just a beginner or dipping their toes in this sort of style. So I decided to switch it up with a couple of other variations as well. perhaps you might just want the cheetah print to be the accent statement piece, in which case you might want to go for an all black base. Or if the coat is just too much for you, a leather jacket is a great alternative that she wears quite frequently. I figured this is typically considered a kind of staple piece as well, so it might be something that you're more inclined to already own. I'm actually a little bit nervous about this one. This is a little bit different, so keep an open mind. Obviously, My Hero Academia is one of the most popular series at the moment, but I didn't really want to recreate the school uniform because honestly, not really a fan of the color combo. And then I didn't have anything close enough to the hero outfits, so I thought it might be fun to actually come up with my own creation of what I would wear if I was an anime character in the show. Most normal people would think of their quirk first and then a corresponding outfit, but of course I had to do it backwards, and there were two main elements I wanted to include in my look. The first one being my all-time favorite anime character accessory, goggles, and the other is this green transparent coat. From there, I felt like there were two main concepts we might be able to go with. Obviously, it looks like a raincoat, so I figured it should be pretty easy to weave that narrative into it somehow, but also it is transparent, so I thought it could be cool to do something along the lines of their intentions become clear to me and I know what they're gonna do. And you guys know with this show, most of the time there's some sort of drawback to people's quirks, so I didn't just want to make it cut and dry, that's all that happened. So this is kind of like the blurb for my quirk. When direct eye contact is made, hero can immediately see their opponent's intent and future plans. Drawback is the longer she is in their brain, the more she loses sense of herself until becoming too confused to even remember her own purpose. So my accessories to help manage my quirk, like I mentioned, I wanted goggles. So typically the character would always be wearing the goggles to eliminate accidentally making direct eye contact and going through the hassle of losing herself and whatever. And then when I do take them off for battle, I have a watch that has a timer set to approximately when the time's gonna run out to the point where I am too confused to continue fighting. I don't know, I thought this was a kind of fun idea, and I feel like everyone who watches the series is kind of thinking about what their quirk might be, so do let me know in the comments what you'd want yours to be. Ironically, the outfit where I could have done anything kind of ended up being the least wearable, but it still looks pretty sick. That brings us to the end of this video though, guys. Thumbs up if you want to see more like it, and let me know in the comments what anime characters you want to see, or are there cartoons? I mean, literally anything goes on this channel, so hit me up with what you want to see next. I want to give another thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video, and hopefully I'll see you all in my next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Mwah!